We've got Ascents of Shaolin and Return of the Sleepwalker to talk about. Both are V17 or 9A boulders located in Red Rock near Las Vegas, Nevada. Two climbs, two record-setting climbers, Noah Wheeler and Simon Lorenzi. My name is August. Welcome to August Climbing. Thank you for responding so well to last week's episode. Some of you may be new to the channel. It's great to have you here. How about a comment of the day before we jump in? This is very applicable to what we're going to talk about today. Ben or Benji wrote, "You missed Noah Wheeler sending Shaolin. Tragic timing, LOL." Tragic timing indeed. Basically, right as I was uploading last week's episode, Noah Wheeler announced his ascent. I really got to talk to Noah about giving me a heads up on these things, but hey, we're going to talk about it today. Right now, actually. Noah Wheeler has made the second ascent of Shaolin. This is located on the same boulder as the iconic V14 problem, Trieste. For around 4 years, this project saw efforts from some of America's best climbers, including Daniel Woods, Jimmy Webb, Drew Ruana, Sean Rabitou, and of course Sean Bailey, who announced the first ascent in November of last year. Others have been trying it since then, but Noah Wheeler is the first to repeat Shaolin. He confirmed the V17 or 9A grade and had this to say on Instagram. "Rock climbing is a process of self-discovery for me. Shaolin forced self-mastery more than any boulder prior. Although I could stick the crux move, an accurate V13 level left-hand throw 75% of the time in ISO, climbing a stout V13 sequence into this was a whole other beast entirely." Noah further shared that just an hour later, he also managed to make his way up Trieste Sit V14/15. With this ascent of Shaolin, Noah has now climbed 2 V17 boulders, and he becomes the first person to climb both of the Red Rock V17s. This follows his ascent of Return of the Sleepwalker late last year. I would like to propose an additional challenge for someone to send Shaolin and Return of the Sleepwalker on the same day. In other words, a double V17 day, and I nominate Kai Whaley, who has been projecting both of these climbs. And how about Simon Lorenzi, who sent Return of the Sleepwalker? This is his 4th V17 or 9A boulder, having previously sent Burden of Dreams, Alphane, and Soudain Seul. He is tied once again with Will Bosey, the only other person to have sent 4 V17 boulders. And the way in which it all went down is pretty amazing. Lorenzi began his US trip in December of last year, something which we talked about on this channel in previous episodes. Projecting this climb took longer than expected, but check this out. Last day, best day before my flight back to Belgium and the end of my visa. Best way to end my trip with a good crew and energy at the boulder. So Lorenzi snuck in the ascent at the last possible opportunity, and of course we eagerly anticipate the video of his ascent. Speaking of which, Adam Ondra's ascent of the V17 Soudain Seul or Big Island Sit is now live on his YouTube channel. It's an incredible video with an in-depth beta breakdown and music from Nico Pellerson. I will link to that in the description. In other bouldering news, Giuliano Cameroni has made the first ascent of Curveball V16 or 8C Plus in Switzerland. This is a low start to La Peregrina by Jonas Winter in 2020. Giuliano explained that the low start had remained a project over the last 5 years, and that he had shared many sessions on it with Dave Graham. Cameroni said on Instagram, "The project went down. After around 12 sessions, I managed to find my way up this very unique font style boulder. The name sums up the experience. Sometimes it feels doable, some other times absolutely impossible." He further explained the climb is very friction dependent and noted that he will be psyched to see what other climbers think about it. Nina Arthaud has sent the Swarm V13/14 or 8B/Plus, an iconic climb located in the Buttermilks near Bishop in California. On Instagram, Nina shared, "Trying the Swarm has been a dream of mine since day one. Did it on a crazy last day, best day, after too many days stressing out if it was going to happen or not. pure joy to be at the top. So another last day, best day send, much like Simon Lorenzi. Shuana Coxsey has made the second ascent of Lupin V13 or 8B in the UK. This was a recent first ascent from Jim Pope. The climb features one large dynamic throw with very bad feet. Shuana put together a great Instagram reel showing the process and the number of attempts it took her to stick that move. She shared, "Bouldering is a funny old sport. Loved the process mostly," on this one from Jim Pope. And I will link to a video of the first ascent in case you'd like to learn more about this unique climb. In sport climbing news, let's talk about Laura Rogora, who sent Tremu Polacche 514D or 9A in Italy. This is a route recently established by Stefano Gazolfi and Giuliano, who made a shared first ascent in November of 2024. Rogora's ascent appears to be the female first ascent of this climb. She had this to say on Instagram: "Really happy to send this new gem." Eva Hammelmüller has sent two 514D or 9A routes, sharing about a trip to Giuliano, Spain. On Instagram, Eva shared, "Is this real? This trip has been better than I could have possibly imagined." And there's an incredible tick list here, including Esclatamàsters 9A, a first ascent by Ramon Julian in 2006. And Joe-cita or Joe-cita 9A, a first ascent by Ondra in 2012. Janja Garnbret has made the female first ascent of Staro Kolo in Slovenia, 514C or 8C+. Janja shared on Instagram, "This power endurance test piece at Misha Peš in Slovenia was first ascended by Tade in 1992 and saw 10-ish repeats in over 30 years. Although it didn't get a lot of international attention in recent years, it was considered, along with Wolfgang Gulick's Action Direct and Ben Moon's Hubble, one of the hardest climbs in the world back in the day, and has a special allure among the climbing scene here in Slovenia for its unforgiving style and a brutal crux move. What an iconic route and a real piece of history." Janja went on to refer to this as her longest project to date. And if you haven't seen last week's episode, what are you even doing with your life? Just kidding, but you can go see that news about a V17 first ascent now. My name is August. Thank you so much for watching.